Welcome. My name is Brian Knight, and I live near Melbourne in Australia. And it's just at it's just after 5 a.m. in the morning on a Friday. Welcome, Tom. Let me just share this.
Hi, Brian.
Oh, yeah.
Good, thank you.
So welcome to this live FOREX analysis session. Just note that any trades discussed in this group are to be classed purely as educational only. That's because we're a group of people who help each other, and we are not financial advisors. There is a full risk disclosure there, and also a little bit about us, live session traders. Um, we trade what's termed the relaxed trading method. It's pretty relaxed, offer daily or a daily trade. See how we go. Let's go and look at charts. Yeah, things are a bit ready at the moment. Oh, look, AUD's gone taken off there. AUD CAD. Doing nicely from a long over here perspective, push back up. Um, Hopefully we get it out the other side of the rail and then look at a turn back. But push up like that will probably have pull back on it. Highly likely. AUD CHF as well pushing up, but it is in the rail. So it's not yet also too particularly could be a nice sellout later. We'll see. AUD JPY. All the JPYs are pulling back down. Welcome, Darren. We're in a bit of drawdown on all these JPYs. Now, I never took this one because of there wasn't any there was no arrow or triangle down the bottom here. So yeah. So that was one. So I saved myself not being in at this point, just drawdown. Now we got AUD NZD. Bit weird. She's done a bit of a pullback on that one as well at the moment. Yeah, been sideways. It has pulled up and it's pretty erratic, like all those sort of AD, NZD, Euro GBP, you know, UCAD, that sort of thing. Right, AUD and Singapore. AUD is pushing up again nicely on that. Again, no trade down there because there's no triangle or anything. That's okay. Let's get it pushing the other side, hopefully. And AUD USD. I'm just going to put a pink mark on that one because we're now coming out the other side of the, or getting close to the other side of the rail. Now, push up like that, we'll probably have a pullback, but we'll see if we can, if we end up getting some sort of a red triangle pushback. We'll see. So the AUDs are sort of strengthened up at the moment, except for AUD JPY. Yeah, there was some. Hang on, what was the Japanese news? Do we get some? No, that's your today, isn't it? Your
Yeah, that's
tonight.
later on, Brian. So maybe they're getting ready to turn it around
Well,
for us. Yeah,
or they'll spike it down to bang us and then take us the other direction.
yeah.
See, yeah, I'm in a bit of anyway. Right. CAD CHF. I said all Swiss francs are basically sit in the middle. Nothing there to look at or a trade to take. CAD JPY, look at that. Will it break the low? Will it come back down into the rail? That's the point, I suppose. See what happens at that news. Canadian. Radio CHF JPY. That was pretty serious to nearly
Yeah,
knock
that
me
stopped
out
me
there.
out. That stopped me out
Did it?
today. Yeah,
No, not yet. It's close.
it
It
stopped me
could
out.
quite easily.
Stopped,
Oh,
yes,
well, that's no good, Darren.
stopped me out, Brian.
Oh,
Well, how come you're still in it? You obviously got your stop loss a bit lower.
it might be just slightly below that
Yeah,
somewhere.
you just about know it took me out.
Let me have a look. Yeah, no, there's my stop loss.
My stop loss was around about the
165,794.
mine was around about the white dashed line on your chart there, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I'm sort of around here, just below,
Yeah,
just by the skin of my teeth. So it's obviously my stop loss is just below that. Well, it's because I took the trade on.
you got on that candle, didn't you?
I
Yeah,
got in
so
on that
I got
candle
in
to the. You got
on
in
the
up here.
long and then put it below the previous candle about there. Yeah.
Yeah, that would take. So because of that, I'm one further down, but still, it's only just hanging on by the skin of your teeth. That's all that is. Doesn't mean that it's really interesting though, isn't it? Darren, you look historically, you look back here at all of these, for example, all of these. Oh, well, that one's not really, but where are we? Here. You look at it when it takes off, it never comes back. They're just up back to there, right?
Yeah.
It comes back out, it goes up, and yes, it comes back out to there. Well, that's one example of it. Probably not making 3/4 there, but then you come out to this side here, you get along, bang, up it goes. I mean, here this is quite unusual, but reality.
But it could just be a sign that a longer term trend is just shifting. The bias is shifting now. The JPY.
What
It
do you?
didn't break, when it pushed up sort of in December, it didn't match out the previous high, did it? Then turned and dropped again.
Yeah,
Broke
over
the
here.
previous low. Yeah,
Yeah,
over the year. It's just that, there's a shift now longer term.
yeah,
Um,
true.
start to increase when everybody else is reducing interest rates. They're talking about increasing them, aren't they, in Japan?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Oh, well, if it does, it
So,
does. That's just part of trading. Okay, Euro AUD. That's now again. That's a change and a push down. We'll see what happens around the rail. It's not enough yet. There's this sort of gradual push on it, which is good. Euro CAD. Interesting. So you got your AUD selling and you got Euro CAD buying back. It's just one of those ones that there's the two faces. So obviously CAD is weakening in relation to the euro. But in the case of the AUD, it's strengthening. So euro's weakening off, but nothing, not at any sort of pace. All right, euro CHF. Again, in the middle, another CHF one. Euro GBP, it's come off. Yeah, see, it's pushed up slightly again from the bottom. Just wait for it to come out the rail and see what happens. Euro JPY, now I'm in this as well. It's an interesting, yeah. So I got in on that. I think the stop loss is down there. But anyway, still in drawdown
You're
on
in
that
this for
one.
the buy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Problem, huh?
No.
Well, that came very close to
Yeah.
stopping out again, that one. It survived, but
Yeah. Yep. Anyway, that is, yeah, Tom for the buy. So if it doesn't break the bottom, then we'll be back. But if not, and it depends on this news, I think it'll be a quick death. If that news does push it down further, it'll quickly stop me out in all of the trades.
yeah.
But that's okay. That's the way it is. All right, Euro NZD. Again, this has just been this New Zealand dollar. Obviously keeps. There we go. Yeah, it's nowhere near the outside at this point. Right, Euro Singapore. This is the one that just keeps bouncing off the bottom rail. No triangle here, nothing to sort of get a trade out of that would give us any serious sort of profit. And Euro USD. And also pushing itself up, which means that US dollar has sort of weakened off again a bit because the euro isn't, massively strong. So it is pushing back up though. Yeah. All right. GBPs, the GA. Is the rails. Yep. Oh, eventually they're coming, gosh. All right. Well, there's a bit more of a sellout at the moment. British pound. What we got there? Unemployment rate, yeah, coming 4.1. Retail sales, okay. So there's a bit more of a sellout. It's unusual that all of what I'm observing is that the market itself is sort of just sitting around that middle. That uncertainty is not good for, there is a sort of with GA and GN to a certain extent, there is this relatively normal one side of the rail to the other, to the other, to the other, to the other, to the other. And now we're sort of getting this choppiness in between the rails. It's with GA and G, it's relatively unusual. So anyway, doesn't give us any opportunity for trade at this point in time. So GBP CAD, and again, CAD obviously weak off. There's a real push up at the moment, even though that, like for example, GA we get it sell, and GCAD it's consistently buying, and it came to 3/4, and like there's no trade in there from an outside of the rail perspective.
Yeah,
Oh,
that buy, sell, and buy again that I took on GCAD.
yeah, buy, sell, buy, yeah.
Under the new rules, that would have been about sort of 11%, that, and then that push up, down, back up again, something like that. So
and
it
you
just
wouldn't.
shows,
This would have
it
been
works.
Yeah, and this would have been break even, and you wouldn't
Yeah, there would have been a bit of profit in that as well. So when it works,
it
yeah,
works nicely.
works nicely.
Depends on the situation of the market.
Yeah.
Okay, GBP CHF, it is pushing up, but it's nowhere near rail again. It's the rails, anyway. GJ, bang, down. This one was consistently all last week, still in a little bit of profit. Now I'm in considerable drawdown on this one. Yeah, considerable drawdown in all of them. The five that I'm in. Anyway, it will depend on whether it'll test or whether we're going to push back. It may come down and break the low and then push back up again, and that's just the way trading goes. GN. So this is very much similar to GA. Again, normally a lot of the time you'll get one side of the rail to the other. And now it's just sort of jumping up and down around the middle. No decisive sort of trend direction. GBP Singapore. Looking at this one is still around the middle. I think we put this on yesterday, Tom, whether it will come to 3/4 and back or back down to quarter, or it's still just sitting in the middle, so it's not a big
It's
deal.
tried twice to reach that 3/4 line, and
Yeah, it hasn't.
yet, so.
You're still in this with two trades and waiting for
yeah.
a 3/4. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. I mean, it's trying to do positive, but it's just okay. GU. This is where you're
Getting close to the finish line.
well,
So-
I'll leave that there, but yes, Tom.
I was going to say, can you go back to the previous screen?
Sure. Yeah, GBP Singapore. Yep.
Okay. So this is you've got two longs and one short in this short section here.
Correct.
We're going sideways.
Correct.
It's starting to consolidate.
Correct.
So what I'm looking for is this to come back down. It's going
To the
possibly push up a
25.
little bit, just a little bit past the half,
Mm-hmm.
almost to just like check it.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about the howling dog.
No, you're all right. No worries.
Then I'm looking at having this come down to. I
25.
don't trade this pair, but I'm
No, I
just
know.
looking at this, going, look, it came up. It's not quite 3/4. See that
Mhm.
green candle sitting there at the bottom near the 50%
Yeah.
line?
Yeah, here.
Over
Oh,
to your
you mean
left,
up there?
hard left.
Oh, there.
One over to your right, right there by the 50% line.
Yeah.
One over, Brian.
Over
Right there. See that green
over
candle?
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
You see
Yeah.
how it came back and tapped it?
Yeah.
Okay, so if this was me, what I would be looking for is a bounce here back to the half, from the half to the quarter line,
Mm-hmm.
and not breaking that green candle,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then having
then-
it turn back around and go off again.
Yeah. 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 Well, this is where
That's what I'm looking at when I'm using these fibs.
Yeah.
It's got to be within
Yeah.
a zone to take. So your trend line has to be.
You see, to get that 3/4, it's close, wasn't it, on that, Tom? I'm
No,
sorry.
that's not what I'm saying, Brian.
No. I'm talking to Darren. Sorry.
Okay.
I meant. So if you put a 50% on that top rail, it came up close. It just didn't quite make it to get you that first trade out. But what Tom's saying is that potentially, it'll come up. Yeah, it might not. Again, he reckons it might come back down here and then push itself up. So we'll see. Because what Darren's in is he's in a double trade from here somewhere to its pullback.
Well, if it's going to pull
up.
back, it'd be better to do it now and then push up. Because if it just pushes up, hits the 3/4 line, then pulls back, and it's going to take one of my trades. He's going to go out at break even, probably, isn't it? Depending on how far it pulls back. It's better to do it now and then have a big push up and keep going, maybe. There we
Well,
go.
that's an interesting perspective.
Yeah. It's just to keep positive. So it's going the wrong way. It's doing what Tom says it's going to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Push up.
All right. GU, we had a look. That's coming towards the outside edge. Once it does, and you profit on the second trade or the second half, I think, because you depends.
Yeah. Well, this was like this was sort of hybrid of rules. So started off under the old rules, so my stop loss was right down at the bottom. Obviously, it's been a bit tighter under the new rules. But I've used the 3/4 rule, so yeah, looking good. Just one last push and job done.
You could get it too.
Yeah.
NZDs. Now, where are you? Is this Tom? This is your one, is it? NCAD?
Yeah, I'm back positive on all 3 trades.
Yeah, it's a really nice push though, isn't it? Eh? Beautiful. It would have been a trade for me. I got a green triangle. Would have come back and just tested it so much, and then off it went. It's just an example of it, isn't it?
I think this is going to be short-lived.
Yeah. Well, look at how hard that push is. There's going to be a pullback on it. Yeah, these things just don't continue hard, do they normally? There's no news in there. Obviously, the CAD's really quite weak. We'll see that when we get to UK. But then US is as well. All right, into DCHF. It's making this really slow grind, really slow grind to the outside. But anyway, NZDJPY. Oh gosh, look at that. Yeah, I mean, this is this trade. I don't know. I think I got a slight bit in profit when I got into it. It made a profit, and now it's the only shining light in all of my JPYs. It's got the least amount of drawdown. With this sort of like push down, it was pretty well in. Now it's pulled back. Interesting, isn't it? The one you go like, it's not really doing too much, and now it's the one. It's the safest. It's funny. Anyway, so yeah, NJ. I'm in that for the buy, but we'll just see what happens with the news. Again, this is just a really unusual situation from a green triangle. The only one you wouldn't be in it, Darren. As I said yesterday, there is no long, so that's okay. Right, NU. Now that is a nice push up too. But we'll see how that goes. It's like the CAD as well.
Yeah, the one that spiked me out. That's so annoying.
Yeah, down here, and then took off.
I'll be looking to, heading towards TP on this one now for that.
Well, this could be example for all my JPYs. Could do the similar thing.
Yeah.
We'll see. We will see. All right. Well, this one I'm going to wait till it comes out, and we'll change off that and see. There'll likely to be more of a sell-off. This pullback, I think it's a bit further for it to go. Singapore Japanese yen. Yeah, got in on that candle, whatever there. Stop loss, in drawdown. Again, a bit of a. And now we've got a short.
Yeah.
To add to that,
it's not looking good. It's not looking good for these JPYs. I think we're gonna get stopped out on and then we
Yeah.
wait the turn and we try again.
Try it
You,
again.
do you remember last year I had that
Yeah, I
little
do remember
JP?
last year.
I was trying to sell the JPY, so they were at the top of the X48,
Yeah.
kept trying to sell them. I think at least 2 rounds of multiple losses, and then third time lucky, and I chickened out the third time. I thought I'm not getting burned again, and of
And
course,
they dropped like a stone.
yeah, all the way to the bottom of the X48 in sort of a matter of 3 or 4 days. Boom.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm not going to do that again. I'll persevere.
Okay, yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Once you're committed to a strategy and a set of rules, you've got to stick to it. Sod's
It-
law. Sod's law. If you sort of lose your nerve and back out, you then sit
yeah.
there watching it, watching something take
But the
off.
point is that they're watching you, Darren. The market is
Oh, they are,
watching
yeah,
you,
yeah.
knowing what that, yeah, and then they just, yeah.
There's somebody there
But
with a button watching what I'm doing and saying,
oh,
right,
binoculars. They got the binoculars
let's
right
get him
on.
now. Let's get him now. Get him.
We can screw him over this time. Um, the thing about it is, though, Darren, isn't it? This strategy is just purely mechanical. There's no emotion whatsoever in
Good,
it. Um,
good. That's right.
and there are losses. That's just the way this works.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Rightio, these are the ones that I've got pink up. UCAD, what's happened? Oh, it pulled back down again. Right, no change in trend bar.
Yeah.
Hasn't come to the outside of the rail.
No.
That was good. I never got into that. Um, yeah. Okay.
Again, we didn't take the sell, did we? Because of that massive stop loss. With
Yeah,
about,
yeah. And it would have been, yeah, well,
yeah.
the decision to put the stop loss up there would have been, I mean, we could have on the short put at the top of that, but you just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So
I just sort of guesswork then. But it's not
again,
quite made the other side of the rail now. Now the
no,
rail
not, yeah, yeah,
starting to
not
point downwards now. So this could carry on sliding down without reaching the. So it could
correct.
end up an okay trade in the end,
Yeah.
depending
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
how far.
You mean for a buy or for a sell? Oh, for a
No, for a
sell,
sell,
actually.
it could keep
Yeah.
the bottom rail could keep. It's time to turn.
Yeah, but the
Head
point
down.
is though, Darren, when you make the decision back up here,
Yeah, yeah, no,
it
absolutely.
was not good. So
No, no, you've got to make a decision based on what you're seeing at the time.
mm,
Clearly,
absolutely purely mechanical again. Right, USD CHF. Not like the Swiss franc still sitting in the middle and yes, it is still selling out. Right.
well, I'm still in this.
UJ.
Still in this. This is a
Oh,
hybrid rules. So now I'm
USD
still in this.
CHF. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, that was where you just say by the skin of your teeth and then
yeah,
it's doing it. Yeah, you three-quartered out, didn't you?
did so. I got
Got
a
one still going.
half still going. I'd say it was hybrid, so it was 1% split
Yeah, into two.
into two. Yeah,
Okay. And UJ, well, I got knocked out of UJ good and proper back over here somewhere, and
yeah.
now it's totally there. So
Well, it's
whether I get into
dropping and
this,
dropping now. That one, isn't it?
whether I get into this for a buy, if we get a green triangle again, it's like, as you said,
Oh, what's the
anyway,
US news coming up? Nothing major, is it?
no. Well, there's the only month-on-month stuff and personal
Yeah.
spending bit. Oh, what's this one actually? Home sales. That's nothing much too. It's really this. It's this inflation rate from um, Japanese news. So that is what will push the
Yeah.
market around and potentially push it down further. We'll see. And I think
Yeah,
I'll
I think we need that inflation figure to come in less than. Well, there's no forecast there, is there?
no, no, not at this
So,
point. And it's not far away from from your time, is it?
no. So I think we probably need that to be lower than expected. That
We'll see.
yeah, in theory.
Yeah, theory, that's right. Yeah, the practice
Yeah.
is another thing. We don't have to worry when it's all mechanical. It'll just do whatever it's going to do anyway.
Yeah.
USD and Singapore has pushed down nicely too. It's outside the rail, so that's getting a situation of potentially pushing back up.
Yeah, because I did what did I do there? Oh yeah, hybrid rules. Yeah, see now this one under the old rules,
Hmm.
that would have been a winner now, but under the new rules, I was out at 3/4 and then followed by break even.
Mm.
Under the old rules, I'd have stayed in till
It came to the rail.
yeah. Anyway, yeah, okay.
Hmm. But would it not be better to profit and then break
Yeah,
even?
no, I'm not.
Then it pushed back up here, and anyway. It is good to point it out, though, is under the old rules, though, you would have been hanging in there, and now it would have profited fully for the trade on a single trade. But
Maybe I should have 3 positions open, Brian. How about that? Two under the new rules, and then the third one basically under the old rules.
well, you can do that if you
Think,
like, Darren.
or is that am I getting too complicated now?
Yeah, but also too, where's your commitment? Like
Yeah,
where are you committed on the actual on the mechanical
yeah.
rules? Anyway, yeah, we'll see. Now gold keeps pushing up. It's just trying to make that three. Absolutely. And silver's pushed up nicely as well. It's up to the rail. We'll see the US and anyway. Bitcoin has pushed back up to 98, isn't that? Still working in that 100 to 90 sort of range. I know that's a big range, but it is. And oil has pushed back up again. Hmm. Where's the drill baby drill? But it hasn't broken structure, so that's at the moment it hasn't. So we'll just see. Just back to that mid lane danger zone. But at least in that trade, you've got that 3/4 that it touched, and then now it's
Yeah,
got
I've
the
got some
second part
profits
of
out of
it.
that already, so that's fine.
Yeah, and if it does, then just push itself up, you break even or whatever you're doing. I mean, as I said, I would move my wherever
Yeah.
the stop is to there. At least you can profit a bit, and it depends. Look, anyway, that's the way I'm looking at it. Okay. Um, so how's the Supreme Leader saying, oh, look, you could have come to the meeting. Why didn't you? Hey? What a typical sort of, to put it bluntly, what a typical asshole statement.
Is that what you
Like,
said? Could have come
yeah,
to the night, didn't you?
yeah, no, well, he said that Vladimir, he goes, well, don't whinge. You could have come to the meeting, like as if you weren't invited. After the event, it's easy to say whatever you want to say. It's just like, really? Okay.
Well, there was on the radio then when I was driving just a bit earlier, BBC. They were interviewing Trump supporters in America. So I think they had 3 of them on. I think one was in
Yeah.
Texas, one in Georgia. I forget where the other one was. And they obviously believe
In space. One was in
they
space.
fully
Yeah.
believe they're fully behind Trump on everything now. So they believe everything. So all
Yeah.
the stuff about fraud and the money being wasted. So they hang off everything that he puts out there. And they were asked about Ukraine and some of the comments have been said, and the response of one of them was, "Well, how dare Zelensky in any way question the US. You just to question him after all the money that the US has given them. So that's their logic. You know, he's in no position to question anything. You know, and so I think, well, I can get the logic there. I think it's missing the point, and I don't agree with it. But if that's how they sort of some people view it, and that's their logic, then you're not going to be able to change that, right?
It'd be interesting if the world gangs up and then starts marching into America, isn't it? And saying, "Oh
Yeah,
well, you know,
yeah, that's
we're
right.
gonna do this," and you know,
Or the Canadians nudge into, I don't know, a
Minnesota or
couple of
something. Yeah,
states up in the north there.
as Tom was saying yesterday, you got California and a couple of the other states go get stuff out of here. You know, like
Yeah, yeah.
interesting. Yes, run another. Yeah. Ah,
This
yes.
isn't going to end well for anyone.
No, not at all. Not at all.
This is
No.
only going to get worse.
It's interesting what happens, you know, like in a school playground. It's just playing out in the world stage now. A couple of
He's
bullies just
calling
pushing
himself a
people in.
king now.
Yeah. What was that, Tom?
He's calling himself a king now.
When did that happen?
Yesterday,
Oh, right.
and they've came up with him and his attorney can only make
Yeah. Yeah.
say
Yeah.
what the laws are. We're sliding faster than we can breathe at this moment.
Well, all the newspapers over here, I saw front pages they were all attacking Trump, you know, and they were both left and right wing newspapers, and you know the whole lot were just calling it, you know, calling it a disgrace. You know what he's saying about Ukraine. So, um, so I think you know where everybody outside the US what they think. It's just these Trump supporters.
They're
Yeah,
brainwashed.
Or a lot of them are just brainwashed. They just hang off every word that comes out of his mouth, don't they?
yeah. There's no reaching those people. They're
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. Have many of the ones that voted and have got screwed over by him regretted their decision of voting him in? Is there
Well,
anything?
but there's all sorts of regret videos out there. You know, you hear them saying it, but it's no consolation to the damage they've done.
Correct. Mm. Mm. Yes, it's those swing voters, the ones that have really caused the issue more than anything. Anyway.
Yeah. I had a
Oh,
dream one time where I was in the a familiar backyard and I could see the Chinese tanks rolling down the street, and I was in the backyard behind the house, and I was laying in bushes with my weapon, and I'm thinking, oh, they've made it this far now. And then
Yeah.
I woke up and I was like, that is the weirdest dream I've ever had.
Well,
But
it's
now
fu-
it's like it's almost like I foreseen things.
well, it's funny you say that. I had this is true actually. Just after
Mine was
the
true too, yeah.
when it was the this was when the speculation was that Russia was about to move into Ukraine. I had a dream that I was looking out of my window and there were Russian tanks in the road, just coming along, you know, trundling down our road. It's quite weird that. It's exactly the dream I had. I mean, I mean, we knew it was going to happen anyway, so it's slightly different, but yeah, quite
well,
pleased with.
I haven't had that dream yet. Yeah. Anyway.
That's a
Yeah.
dream,
Yeah.
like sort of Japanese kamikaze pilots or something.
We had that in the Second World War.
Yeah.
They were doing that in Darwin.
Wow, I could see that. Seeing China moving into Taiwan
Oh yeah,
Mm.
that's
and then just spreading out from there
Mm.
like
Well,
a jumping point.
we got three Chinese naval ships hanging off the outside, hanging off the east coast of Australia at the moment. No, they're not doing anything wrong. We're just watching.
yeah.
Right.
Not doing anything wrong, but what's your
Well,
reason for
they
being there?
never been there before. Just
Yeah,
watching.
you just happen to be sitting there and
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
Taiwan are definitely they must be very concerned now. Uh, if the Chinese see that America's not prepared to step in,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
that's almost
So,
like giving them the green light to make a move, isn't it?
yeah, make America great and stuff anyone else, which is all fine too. I mean, you don't have to be the
No,
peacekeeper or
no,
the
don't have to
keeper of
be.
world order. You don't have to do that. The world can do
No.
that. But yeah, but you certainly push yourself down the notches pretty quick. Anyway,
We think we're too big to fail. And what
sorry.
bothers me is the United States has a no fail policy. Do you know what a no
Right.
fail policy is for the United States?
Well, I don't live there, so I don't know.
Okay, a no fail policy means we never surrender, which means we will go out pressing any nuclear button on any country we want if we think we're going to lose because we will not lose.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
That is the mindset of the United States.
yeah.
A buddy of mine used to work on a sub ship, and he would tell me, we practice 12 times a day during our shifts. Turn the keys, turn the keys, turn the keys, turn the keys. And they just robotically put you in that state of mind when you go to work. You're just a robot, just doing your job. And he's
Mm,
like, we've blown up the world thousands of times because we have a no fail policy.
mm,
And it's just like, I'm just sick of these freaking governments.
mm,
Everybody just thinks they're so much better than they actually are.
mm. And people laugh at preppers.
Well, I laugh at preppers being in the United States because everybody here has a weapon in their hand. They want
Yeah,
something, they're going to take it from you. There's 219 million of us.
yeah.
Those preppers don't stand a chance. If it gets to that, it gets to that. Preppers in other countries, perhaps, sure. Especially in Australia. Man, you guys got plenty of land to hide shit.
Mm, mm. Yeah. It's going to be interesting. Anyway, we can speculate about lots of stuff like trades. We'll just be a bit mechanical about it. Let's see how that news comes out tonight. It'll happen bang bang, and we'll find out about it pretty quick, I reckon. I'll have
Yeah,
a few stop outs if I do, or not, or
yeah.
it'll be okay. All right. Well, I've got a big full day today. Um, do my morning bus run. I've got another thing in the middle. I've got to go pick up ones I dropped off yesterday, and then back into the afternoon. Then I've got Saturday morning to do a sports run. So life's pretty big. And we're supposed to be getting 36 degrees on Saturday, Darren.
Oh wow. It's gone quite mild here. We're up to about 13 degrees all of a sudden, which is quite
Oh, that's balmy in the
well, I was just going
UK.
to say for
13. Yeah.
February it is way above where it should be for February.
Anyway, um, yeah, hopefully this is some of the last bursts of hot, and we might start getting because we need water. It's just bone dry, absolutely bone dry. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right then. Until pre-market open. So we'll see. I'll notify you if I get knocked out of 5 trades that are doubled up. We'll see. All right then. Until
All right.
then.
Okay,
Take care,
Ciao.
guys.
see ya.
Bye.